it is time for the LA Sentinel Community Insider, our weekly partnership with the Los Angeles Sentinel, and Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer Pam Bakewell joining us in studio with more. It's always good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, you have a lot going on in the paper today,
Yes.
but let's start with that local hospital getting some much needed funding.
Oh, yes. It's really important because Martin Luther King Jr. Hospital really has been suffering, and it was under threat of closure, and we can't let that happen.
No, definitely not.
So the elected officials, Supervisor Holly Mitchell, Senator Steve Bradford, and Assemblyman Mike Gibson actually have come together to help, and were able to secure $25 million from the state budget. So that was helpful, and Supervisor Holly Mitchell was able to secure $20 million from the county earlier this year. So they were actually lauded and given applause at the July 5th event at the hospital. So we're really excited but it's not sustainable. So, you know, they have over 100,000 emergencies every year. They thought it was only going to be 30,000. But no, it's
so many people are using the hospital.
Yes,
it's in an area where it is getting a lot of
and
use.
it's a beautiful hospital.
Yes, it is.
No, it really, they put a lot of work. We cannot let this hospital
No,
go.
definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. All right. What about some safety efforts on the metro?
So I have to give props to Stephanie Wiggins, the CEO. She knows everyone's concerned about their safety on Metro. So they have a 3-tier plan right now. They've increased the number of uniformed officers.
Okay.
So LAPD, the Sheriff's Department, and their local ambassador program has been successful. They've actually reduced the number of incidents, and they're able to respond more thoughtfully to people with mental illness. Also, they can give tickets to those who deserve the tickets, and that's instead of everybody. And they have one really good, they do more social partnerships now, so that's the 3-tier effort. But what's really exciting is that they identified a man sitting there for a long time, the ambassadors did, got a phone number from him, you know, didn't throw him off the train. Was able to call. His sister said he had been missing for a couple of days.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so they were able to get him reunited with his family. So there are good things happening there.
Yes, yes.
And we have to talk about that too.
Yeah, and it's so important because in so many other large cities, people really rely on Metro, and you know, so many people use it, and it's so important. So we need to be safe, and it's good to see that good things are happening.
Yes, because mental illness is everywhere, so everybody's not a threat.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, finally, Reverend James Thomas. He's celebrating a special anniversary.
He's celebrating his 5th anniversary in Compton at the Holy Revival Baptist Church. But he comes from Inglewood, where he was, prior to that, he spent 42 years, but he wasn't a pastor. He was just a really good, I think he was an elder there, a good steward, but he did so much good work there. He started a 7 a.m. prayer call while he was there. He helped the homeless programs, 42 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, he was identified to be the Compton pastor 5 years ago, and I think has been doing wonderful things. He believes in on-the-ground support. He's a doer, and so they celebrated his 5th anniversary.
Well, that's great. That is great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So many exciting things going on, and for the information on these stories and so much more, check out this week's edition of the Los Angeles Sentinel. You can scan that QR code right there at the bottom of your